Hi, welcome back. I'm Neville Wittenbecker. Today in this video of mine, I'm going to explain to you that what happens when the traits are not compatible in a relationship, such as sexual desire, libido level, empathy level, your decision-making ability, your work ethics, how emotional you are, your level of pride, and your willpower. This is very important to be compatible. And when they are not compatible, these are the problems that happen. Like, take for example the sexual desire, the libido level. When the man is not strong enough, the woman will always complain, you don't love me, you don't care for me, you're not spending enough time for me. So in a lot of cases, men, when they say not spending time, they think the one partner wants to go wining, dining, wants to go on overseas holidays, which a lot of them do, but that's not what the partner means. And then some cases where the girl is not sexually strong and all the excuses are made. I've got a pain in my stomach, my head is paining, my periods are due, I'm not well, I had a very hard day at work. These are the excuses that take place. Then empathy level. Empathy level, in a lot of people very naturally are emotional and have a mutual understanding in a relation. They're very easy to understand, they cooperate. Reading, writing to them comes very naturally. To a lot of them, reading, writing doesn't come naturally. They are not emotional. A lot of them don't show, no matter how much they love you, they won't show their love and affection. And if it's not written in the book, they don't believe things. They often use the term when couples are arguing or talking to you is like pouring water on a duck's back. Then when you come to the work ethics in a relation, you see a lot of them there, they'll go to the toilet, they'll use the toilet, leave it the way it is. They'll go to the kitchen, they'll leave the kitchen untidy. They'll get up from bed, leave the bed untidy the way it is. Then you got the ones that are very tidy, very particular. Whatever they use in the house, it has to be in place. So these are the problems when two different people, when it comes to their work ethics. Then decision-making ability in a relation. One is very quick. They think of something 2 in the morning and they want to do it 2 in the morning. Doesn't matter the quality of work, what it is, bang, 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 they'll get onto the job, do it, get rid of it. And on the other side, the other person, if he thinks of doing something, he'll take his time, he'll program himself, he'll do a survey, he'll do a research. When he gets onto the job, he's very neat, he's very tidy, he'll take his time, he's very particular what he does. Then you come to the emotional part in the relation between a couple. One is emotional, the other is not emotional. So when you're emotional, you tend to get very emotionally attached in a relation, very sensitive. You tend to all the time repeat yourself, how much I love you, how much I care for you. Sometimes in a relation, there are people there, they may love you, but they don't keep repeating it. They naturally, that understanding doesn't come into them. You got to repeat it to them, you got to tell them everything. It doesn't come naturally to them. Then the willpower in a relation. In a willpower in a relation, there are a lot of people when they get into some selfish habits, or drinking, smoking, they find it very hard to get out of it. Whatever they try, they decide to go to a gym, they'll do it for a few days and they'll give up. Oh, I'm going to ride a bike and reduce my weight. They'll do it a few days and give it up. And then if you're staying with a person who has a willpower, who's very particular, who says what he means and keeps up his reputation, keeps up his character, do his best, tends to be more promising, more punctual. If he gives you a time, he'll stick to it. This is what happens is when a couple, there's a difference in the willpower. Then the level of pride in a couple. One is very dignified, respectful, nose in the air, very particular, probably very successful person, but finds it very hard to get along with people, takes very long to be friendly, takes very long to make friends. And on the other side, the person's also got high morals, but gets along well with easy, makes friends very quickly. So there's a lot of hassles when that difference in the pride level comes in a couple. Each one is always conflicting, arguing, checking, in these different stages in a relation. When these traits that are not balanced very well in each trait, there are different problems. So it is very important for these traits to be very, very well balanced. And the beauty is, when these traits are not balanced and you have children, children tend to be then, one will be close to the mum, one will be close to the dad, unless there's a very strong ethnic background. But when there's a happy couple and all these traits are very well balanced, children, you have children, they tend to be close to mum and dad. That is why it is very important for a good relation, for that compatibility. All the traits must be compatible in the relation. And now it is so easy with the inventor that I've invented, which is known as Match Calculator India. Just with the date of birth, you could enter the person's date of birth you intend to start a relation. And you will know all his traits, different level of traits in comparison to you when you enter your date of birth. So you enter both the date of births and you know, and nobody ever discovered this, that with your date of birth, you could tell the person's traits on different level, and now it is so easy to find a compatible match. So I wish you all the best. Go to my website, use the calculator which is free, Match Calculator India, it is free. Go and use it, find your perfect match, save time, save money. You don't need a psychologist, you don't need a palmist, you don't need a numerologist, an astrologer to find you your perfect match. It just with the date of birth of a person, cut all the time, all the misfortune, you know the person before starting a relation. So go straight to my website, which is Match Calculator India, and use the calculator which is free to find you your most compatible match. And don't forget to subscribe to my video. I wish you the very best. Thank you.